Hello, I'm Edward from Obsidian Control Systems. Let's take a look at presets in ONYX. So when programming, you'll find that often you're using the same shade of a particular color, or you're using the same pan and tilt values for your moving lights. And so rather than having to recreate those values every time you need to use them whilst programming, it's a really good idea to create yourself a load of different presets, which are shortcuts to these commonly used values, essentially. So I'm going to go and open my visualizer window, bottom left, and I'm going to go and grab my spot fixtures. So I'm actually going to use my group that I've pre-recorded for that. And I'm going to go and say full to turn those fixtures on. And first thing I'm going to do is look at pan and tilt. So I'm going to go to my pan and tilt controls here, and I'm going to keep things really simple and just do a very rough downstage position initially. So just kind of a very rough point and shoot for my moving lights, just so that they're pointing in that towards our stage there. And once you've got those values where you need them, once you've got the pan and tilt values where we need them, we can then record that position as a position preset. So to do that, I have got my presets window open on the bottom left of ONYX. That is going to be opened when you choose that very first sidebar layout window. And you'll notice that your presets window is in the bottom here, and just like with your attribute groups, with your parameter groups in the CV, you've got those same parameter groups in the presets window. So I'm going to go to my pan and tilt preset here, and I'm then going to go and tap the record button, and then go and click on preset 2. And I'm going to go and label that one downstage. Now you'll notice there that I've actually left preset number 1 free. The reason for that is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and center my pan and tilt back to their center location, and I'm then going to record that as position number 1, and I'm then going to call that home. So then I've got myself a downstage preset and a home preset. So you can see there I can now very quickly start to alternate between these different presets. I'm going to do the same for color now. So now for color, I'm going to go to my color controls here, and first thing I'm going to do is create a primary red. So I'm going to go and tap record, go to my color, and I'm going to record that as 2, and I'm going to call that red. I'm going to label as I go. It's a good idea to label as you go, otherwise you'll just get in a muddle and you won't realize what you've recorded. So red first of all. Then I'm going to go and do myself a primary green, label that one, and I'll do a blue as well. Why have I left myself color preset number 1? Well, you've probably guessed I'm also going to do a default white as well. So I'm going to record that as color preset number 1. So I can very quickly now start to grab myself some primary colours there, and I can very quickly start to get between my 2 simple positions. I can start to colour code these if I wanted to. So I can go to my settings cog there at the top of the presets window, go to preset colour, and I can start to then go and customise these colours if I want to from in here. Just very rough for now. Choose some colours so that we can start to colour code those on our presets window. So that's how we can record our presets, and that is how we can start to colour code them and label them as well. If I wanted to delete a preset, tap delete, tap on the preset, and you can then press enter, and that preset will then go. So that's how we can get rid of a preset if we want to. You'll notice that when you apply a preset, your encoder displays in the CV, they're no longer giving you the raw value of that parameter. Instead, we're now getting the label of the preset. Now, this is really important because if I were to now go and record a cue, the cue will include a reference to that preset. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing on my encoder displays, I'm seeing a reference to that preset. And the nice thing about that is because that queue is purely including a reference to the preset, I could then go and update that preset, and all of my queues that I'd recorded using that preset will automatically update because the queues are just purely referencing the data that's in that preset. So how might I want to go and actually update a preset? Well, a really simple way of doing it is select the preset that you want to make your changes to, go ahead and make your tweaks that you want. So let's say that I want to, for my red here, maybe I want to make it a little bit more of a magenta-y red. Something like that. So if I'm happy with my tweaks that I've made, I can then tap record, tap my preset, and I'll then get a little pop-up appear here. And I can then choose to merge or replace. So I'm going to go and say merge data. So now you'll notice that my preset has updated with those slightly different values. So that's how we can update a preset. And as I said, any cues that I'd recorded with that preset will now have those updated values as well.